Triggers, no cap, bitch.
No Cap Podcast, we back. I got a special guest, and this is her song that she picked, word for word, Money Bag Yo. All right, so we already know who we messing with. She is from North Philly, where I'm from, a different part but the same North. Author, poet, mom, entrepreneur, phenomenal woman, everything. All that and above. I'd like to welcome her to No Cap Podcast. I'd like to welcome the listeners from Spotify, the watchers from YouTube.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
I like that song.
You do?
It gets you turned, right?
Yeah, it gets you turned.
Right.
Yeah, it did. It put like the energy up
Right.
to this level. We started down.
Right.
Also, I like to say she's a very special guest because she left a cookout on Memorial Day to come record with us. So I just want to get that first out. All right, out the window.
This is a great podcast to be on, though, so the cookout wasn't that important.
Oh man, now she's just like giving us all this glory, man, making me feel good in here, man. Let me get my air horns off of that, man. All right, so I just want to start from when did you begin creating poetry or any type of form of writing?
Oh, so I was probably like 13 years old when I started writing, and I felt like I could be a rapper. So they started off like with
Bars?
bars. Then I realized I don't think I'm really good at this because I don't really have much to talk about besides like my mom being mean to me. So
You're 13, right?
Yeah, I'm 13
Okay.
and stuff like that. So I started watching Def Jam poetry, and I'm like, oh, I could do that though. And it's crazy because I remember this episode. Kanye came on the episode, and he did this poem called Bittersweet, but he turned it into a song too.
Okay.
I'm like, but I could do it like Kanye. Like, and I like Kanye. Like, at this time when Def Jam poetry came out, I'm like, I could do that. Like, so I switched
I know
it.
what you're talking about too. That's the one with the designer bags, Louis Vuitton,
Yeah,
Gucci.
that's exactly the one I'm talking about. Most people don't really know that, but that's the one I'm talking about. I'm like,
Yeah.
I could do that. So I softened it up a bit and stopped trying to be so like angry and stuff in these little raps and just started doing poems.
Okay.
More about love.
All right. And from poetry, I guess you must have like 2, 3, 4 books full by now of just poetry.
So my mom would move a lot, so
Okay.
I feel like I would lose a lot of them. But good thing that a lot of my poems, I would make them notes on Facebook.
Okay.
So I have a lot of Facebook notes that's filled with like poetry all throughout high school because I would share them on Facebook, but I wouldn't make videos.
Okay.
And a couple of videos that I do got on Facebook are me trying to rap. Don't go look at them.
I need to go look at them.
They're horrible.
But you bring a good point. Like we put it up on Facebook. Wasn't we raised at a good time where we can just say
Right, I
stuff?
feel like, and that's right, and that's the thing about it though. I feel like the millennials are so powerful because we're like in this borderline of you had the Nintendo, but you had the PlayStation, you had the Facebook, but you had the Nokia phone.
Right.
You're in the middle of the balance.
Yeah.
Opposed to your mom just don't really get social media like that.
like that,
And
yeah.
she's
And like also even with the newer and younger community, we could teach them ways to not actually show everything on the internet. Is ways to still look like present yourself as a woman,
right.
even if you had wild like moments in your life where
Right.
you just want to have fun and not worry about.
And that's cool. But and the thing about that is, even if I'm this wild, super fun girl, everything does not have to always make social media.
Right,
And that's the thing about
that's
the
a
internet.
fact. Yo, listen to that. Everything don't have to make social media.
Like I'm never gonna be on Instagram like half naked and stuff like that.
Okay.
But even with the internet world, like you are only seeing what they decide to show you.
Right.
Like so you could be whoever you want to be, or you could be who you don't want to be. Like
That's a fact.
it's all up to you.
Yeah. So that's something that I wanted to present No Cap TV as somewhere where we'll get the true you, what nobody else is going to get.
Right.
So let's get the true you. You about to start your third book. It's coming out when?
July 29th.
July 29th. So you already wrote 2 books.
Right.
One book I'm not going to be a fan of because of what it's called, and I hope to read it one day so I can be kind of angry and send you hate mail.
Oh my
I
gosh.
seen what it was. Wasn't it something like boyfriends?
Okay. So the Boyfriend Chronicles is my journal.
Okay.
And it's like different like quotes and stuff about relationships, but guys assume that it's gonna be man bashing. It's really not.
It's not.
But all the guys assume that. Like,
all right, so I gotta
because
read
how
this.
much girls love it. Like, yes, sis. Like, even if you go to my boyfriend chronicle page, the girls hype it up so much that I feel like the guys just assume like, here she go man bashing again.
Man bashing again.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I was like, man, she's going man bashing me on my own podcast.
Yeah, and I don't man bash like that. I'm just telling people like my experiences, like what I experienced, and it just so happens a lot of people went through the same thing.
Right, and then be honest, at this time, I feel like females have a voice and need that voice to be heard because there's so much that's going on.
Right.
With even past time, even today, with sexual harassment and so much more.
Right.
So
That's super true.
that's so yeah. But inspiration behind your new book. What's the inspiration behind it?
So the inspiration behind my new book, besides the fact that my followers always feel like I just need to write a book, but my new book is called The Cheat Code. So,
oh my gosh.
What is
Let me guess what it is first.
Okay, you
tell
guess
me.
what it is
The
about.
cheat code is how to make a man. It's like how to make a man fall in love with you and act right at the same time.
Okay, so not really.
Okay,
but
okay.
you can't like you will be able to get that from it.
Okay, you can
But
manipulate it from that book.
You can get that out of it.
Okay.
But it's more so because I asked different people, like my friends and stuff, questions, and their answers are in the book. Just really like when you look back on the relationships that you've been in, and you really think about the red flags you saw or the things that you learned. If you took the things that you learned from everybody and really applied it to the next relationship, you're coming in it with the cheat code already. Like if
Okay.
you really self-reflected and like realized your own habits, like you have the cheat code. Like you know what type of girls you like. You know what red flags you be ignoring.
Okay.
The cheat code has been inside you this whole time. Even when it comes to like things that you want to do, like in your career, your jobs, like we all have the cheat code inside of us, but a lot of us don't self-reflect and look back.
All right, so I'm the perfect example for this book. All right, I've been out of a relationship for 2 years, and I never really personally reflected on my part of the relationship until probably this year.
See?
And that's kind of like late. So when you saying you writing the cheat code for this book, are you teaching us how to like learn from the mistakes or
Learn from the mistakes, catch the red flags in the beginning, believe people when they show you who they are,
okay?
and listen to people. And then not only that, but love people, not in the way that you would want somebody to love you, but love them the way they need to be loved. Because I feel like a lot of the times the stuff that I'm doing for you is because like if it was me, I would want somebody to do this for me.
Right.
But you may not love the way I love. Like that may not be, you may love your freedom. But if it was me, I would love somebody that's clingy and all up under me all day.
Right.
You might not like that. And a lot of us love the way we want somebody to love us. And that's, I feel like all we're understanding people love languages and stuff, but I feel like that's just something entirely different. But we're going to talk about that in the book too.
Okay. But red flags. What's some examples of red flags you bring up in the book?
So a red flag could be like you catching him in lies all the time.
Okay.
Or like from the beginning you see that she's materialistic or she's selfish. And a lot of times we think that we could change these people, or like maybe I'm tripping, or like maybe that's not what it is. Maybe it's if a person's showing you like more than once, that might just be how they are.
Okay.
But I feel like this generation is so controlled by lust that even if she was super selfish and you knew that she wasn't your type, if she's so bad, you want to let stuff slide because she's beautiful.
Right.
Like, yo, she pretty, she got a fat butt. She
Yeah.
don't want to work.
I
She
feel
ain't
like we
gotta-
do that all the time.
Yeah, like girls do the same thing. He disrespectful, he manipulative, but he got money, like, and he buying you stuff and he taking you out, but he treats you like crap. It's a lot of people that ignore a lot of things that they shouldn't because of what's on the outside.
Makes perfect sense. So ignore them red flags if you're in a relationship right now or about to be in a relationship. Because I'm not about to, because I'm scared. I need to read this book first.
Read the cheat code first.
Yeah, what is it, May 28th?
July 29th.
July 29th. Oh my gosh. May 28th about to pass. Alright. So, poetry, author, mom.
Mom.
How long have you been a mother?
My mom?
Yeah.
My son is going to be 6 in October. That's my little baby.
Okay. So, you at that age where he's about to start running around, wanting everything.
He be asking me for $20 and stuff like that. I thought,
Yeah,
like,
that's
I
what
thought
I do.
kids be like in the dollar phase around 5.
Not in this year. It's like,
Ah.
the cheapest thing for $1 is what?
Right, he was like, "Mom, you always giving me $1, and whenever we go in the store, I never got enough money for nothing. Like, you think you could start giving me 2 10s or $20?" And I'm like, "No,
He didn't say 5?
no." He just went to 20, and I feel like a part of it is he asks me for what he hears my sister asking me for.
Oh,
like, yo, let me
okay.
get $20. So he probably figured like, dang, my aunt could do a lot with 20. Like, let me see what I can do
with 20,
right?
right? He probably be rich.
Right.
Oh man, motherhood though, that's a beautiful thing.
I like the fact that he like sometimes he'd be like, can I clean my room? You think you could? I like that he tries to earn it.
Okay.
Instead of just always begging. Cause even now, like, I'd be like, Azai, like, what do you need to do? He'd be like, Mom, I know I need to boss up so I could get my own money. I know what I need to do. But the other day he was like, but nobody want to hire nobody that's 5 years old. I can't find a job.
Yo, that mentality is gonna be
right. It's gonna
great for him.
I just want him to know that when he go into this world, nobody gonna give you nothing. You're gonna have to earn everything.
Well, let him know.
You're gonna have to earn everything. Nobody's giving nothing out to you.
That's a fact, man. Especially as a black male in America,
right?
It's 10 times harder for us. Even for females, it's 20 times harder. But for black males, it's just a lot of racial, sexist situations that we have to deal with.
And that's the thing. Like, that is like why I feel like I really try to make my son like extremely conscious of how much a king that he is, because I know that from the moment that he's born, the odds is already set against him, whether he wanted to be there or not. Like, when you apply for a job, they're gonna be looking at your name.
What's your name? What's your race?
What's your race? Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you getting pulled over, when you're applying for schools, when you're working at these jobs, like, everything is from the moment that you walk out the door, they are going to set the odds. Things is going to be a little bit harder for you, and you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to work way harder than a lot of people sometimes. And I want my son to know that there's no need for you to fall under that pressure or try to take a shortcut or an easier way out.
Yo, that's a lot of, like, excuse my French, a lot of niggas always want to take the shortcut and think that the drug game or this fast money game gonna get it, and that's not the way. I mean, it might look good for the next 10 minutes, but
and that's
something
the thing,
gonna
though,
catch
like,
up.
I know that like a lot of guys look at it that way, but even like with the whole thing, like people saying, "Oh, I'm in a trap." The way they designed our communities is literally a trap that is hard for you to escape from.
Facts.
And if you are a young man growing up in a home where you don't have a dad and your mom electric bill is due, what you want to do that's super fast and you 16?
Oh, I just had this thought driving this week. The first person I knew who was his own entrepreneur was a neighborhood drug dealer.
Exactly. This is what you're seeing.
And then even with back then in my time, the neighborhood drug dealer, his nickname told you what he was. Like papers, bread.
Right.
You know what I mean? They telling you what
Bricks.
they do.
Like,
yeah,
that's
like,
what it is.
That's what it is.
And if you 15 or 16 where they're not hiring people, like, oh, well, he could have cut grass and stuff like that.
Right.
We don't
don't have lawn. You know what I mean?
We don't got no lawns around here.
North Philly is definitely no lawn. You got one tree on a block. Like literally.
I feel like a lot of the times, a lot of us are dealt a bad hand. And I understand, and I'm sympathetic towards the decision that a lot of these young men have to make. But you can always reshuffle the deck.
Right.
And I feel like sometimes people get in too deep of realizing that they could reshuffle it.
Yeah.
Or like they could change what was supposed to happen. I feel like sometimes we get discouraged and it's hard to really see the bigger picture when you don't see the bigger picture.
Right.
You coming home, your mom's struggling, your dad's struggling, your auntie that live in Virginia, you probably barely see her. That's the little vacation for y'all. You're not really seeing nobody that lived in their purpose or betted on themselves and won.
Right.
You seeing the drug dealers, like you see what I'm saying. You seeing the basketball players. You seeing the rappers. You're not seeing nobody that opened the corner store in your block that's black that look like you.
Right.
You're not seeing nobody that's opening their own clothing store. We see it now. The millennials are really taking entrepreneurship like really serious.
Right.
But growing up, we didn't see that. We see it.
Because it was a fear of if you don't have a regular day paycheck, you can't survive for your family.
Right.
And that's a mentality that was taught even from slavery. When if you're gonna pick this cotton, then you're gonna have a plate and a place to sleep.
Right. You know what? Like, I'm at least do this because it's going. When I was just talking about my live today, coming here. Sometimes like when God gives you like a vision and you living in your purpose and stuff like that, it may seem silly because he designed this specifically for you. Everybody's not going to understand. They're going to think it's foolish. If I would have listened to my family when I was leaving the post office to go write some poetry, like they thought that was stupid. Like, you get paid good, you got benefits, you're dumb as hell. Like, and for a moment I felt stupid. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like because things is not going to pop off fast.
Right.
And that's when you realize how passionate you are about it when things are moving slow and nobody's supporting you, ain't nobody buying nothing.
Right.
The passion keep you going. I love this. I don't care.
Right.
And it was moments that I felt like, dang, is they right? I didn't want to listen to them, and that is the devil's voice overpowering the God's voice.
How long ago was that for you?
Last year.
I needed to hear that. So I just quit my accounting job 3 months ago.
Okay, that's dope.
So I'm at that phase of where you was at.
You feel like the accounting was your purpose? Or was it good? Because sometimes, you know, the job could be...
It's just good. It wasn't
right.
like, it wasn't like no feeling. Like, I'd be at work and just be like...
Like, just, okay.
I wish I was going.
But sometimes, like, I know everybody be wanting to quit their jobs. And I tell people all the time, me working allowed me to be my first investor. Like, you see what I'm saying? The job ain't always bad if it's going to pay for the vision.
Right.
Like, don't rush to...
Right.
Unless you got the strategic plan, whereas though, like...
You going to have this bankroll coming.
You going to have this money coming or something.
That's a fact. So make sure, I mean, before you quit your job, to have a plan. I mean, write it down, because that's definitely
right. And don't listen to nobody, because this God done packaged it all up, and it says for your eyes only. It's specifically for you, and everybody ain't gonna get it.
Right.
But when things start going the way it's supposed to go, then everybody's gonna pretend that they seen the vision the whole time. Like, right. Oh yeah, bro, remember?
You, I mean, they repost you. They
see my bro doing his thing and stuff.
Yeah, right. And
okay.
I mean,
we get it.
I get it. It's cool. I expect it though, because to be honest, I guess even with our like upbringing, they teach us to be like, hate the next person that's doing good, and like you shouldn't hate the next person that look just like you. Right.
Especially, and then not only that, like if you do something and you from where I'm from, like you from North too, like that makes me so happy. Like people that come from where I come from and wanting to bet on themselves.
Right.
And even with the people who don't be wanting to help other people, I feel like those type of people, I'm going to ignore you because I know that you are insecure with what you bring to the world.
Right.
And that's why you are afraid to share your light. I could teach everybody how to write a book, and I won't care because it does not take away from the light that I have. We all could be out here shining. It's cool. It does not bother me.
Right.
You got probably a top 5 favorite rappers.
Right.
They can have top 5 favorite poets, authors. It does not bother me at all.
Right.
When somebody be like, "Oh, bro, figure it out yourself," or "I ain't helping you with your podcast," they just insecure that you may outshine them or yours may be better. Like, and it's okay. Like, I'm just gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray for your own happiness and your own humbleness, so that the next time that somebody wants some help and you can make their journey a little bit easier, you'll want to. Like,
I need to hit that on somebody. I'm gonna hit that on somebody. I swear, because
I
get that a lot, and I'm gonna tell them like I'll pray for you.
I'm gonna pray for you because there's a lot of people that could probably help you and make your journey a little bit easier to skip some mistakes. And they don't want to. They want, bro, you better Google it just like I did. Like, okay, that's cool.
And something that Dapper even told me was the best thing to do is just ask. So. And
that's the thing.
People don't like to ask.
Too much ego.
Right.
Too much pride.
Too much pride. Too much testosterone, all that.
And that's the thing, like when people, my friend be laughing about this all the time. He always texts me like, "Yo, let me know if you need something." I always let him know if I need something. And he be like, "You always letting me know." Well, you offer it. Like,
don't offer it.
The fool is the one who needs something and doesn't ask. Like,
right.
You ask, you offer it, I'm going to ask. Okay, well, I need some cucumber lemonade too. Like, so.
That's that saying when the person was stuck on the boat. People kept coming by to help him. He'd be like, "No, God got me. God got me."
Yep. God was like, "Well, I sent you this, people."
People like, what do you expect from me now, man?
Hey, God, I was waiting. You ain't sent me. You ain't never come. I sent you 3 people.
So I gotta ask though. You're a mother, so this is a question I had for a while ago. But are you gonna write a book about motherhood?
So I feel like my first book I talk about like being a mom. I don't know if I would write a book about motherhood. Maybe I would vlog about it. Because I know, like, it's a lot of people that message me, like, Maui, I want to be a poet. I want to travel, too. So, like, now, like, I make videos, like, when I'm in different cities. Like, hey, it's 2 in the morning. I'm missing my son. I got to leave in the morning to pick him up from school. Like, I might not make a book about motherhood, but I definitely feel like I record a lot of things, like, to let them know, like, what it's like trying to, like, follow your dream and be a mom and not feel guilty.
You feel guilty, but I feel as though the way that your son comes off as you tell it.
Right. He knows.
He knows what you're doing.
Like when I leave,
he knows what he's going to have to do when he
like, "Mom, what you about to go do poems again? You about to be Maui?" I'm like, "Yep." That's
what's up, man. That's true love right there.
That's my little baby.
Before we even leave out, is there anything else you want to touch on before we get out?
Let me see. You want to touch a little bit on relationships before we go?
Yeah. Yo, help me out. Help a brother out. I need all of that.
Yeah, I'm cracking up.
I need all of that.
Because I feel like that is going to be the main thing that we're going to talk about in my new book. We're going to get the guy perspectives on things. So one of the questions that I asked guys were, what's the worst relationship that you've been in?
Okay.
What do you feel like was a red flag that you ignored? What part did you play and what did you learn?
All right. So the worst relationship, I feel like every man, or especially me, is your first love is always the worst relationship.
The worst one?
Yeah. Well, I only have really one love, but whatever. So your first love is the most, and then that red flag gotta be
Were you the red flag?
No, it wasn't like any breakups or any like cheating or anything. It was more of like kind of like a mutual like breakup.
Okay.
But it's more like I started it, and then she just agreed, and it was just like we should just part ways and be friends. And you know when you part ways and be friends, and it's like 200 miles separating you, it's never gonna work.
Right. Are y'all friends now? A little bit cool?
No.
No, it didn't work out.
Nah. Yeah.
So if you could do something differently, what would you do? Look at me turning this into my podcast, asking a question.
I feel like a good guest now. I think if I could do anything differently, probably be to never like give up easy.
Right.
That's probably like what
one.
guys do. Guys give up easy when things start feeling funny or different.
Right, I agree with that. When it seemed like a little bit hard to rock it, it's too much for me.
It's too much for me, and when we do that, that's just us being cowards, to be honest. Yeah.
I'm going to write this in my little mental notebook next time that somebody wants to tell me that I got an attitude problem or something. Okay. Because if I was worth it, you would be trying to talk this out.
Right.
Right, I agree with that.
Dang, you just helped my relationship.
I hope that you're listening to what he just said because
I mean, she probably is, man. She probably would have knows, like, listen, but don't tell you that you're listening.
we be being newsy.
Yeah.
I'm a newsy snooper.
Yeah, I feel like we all are.
Yeah, we all got a little snooping.
But wonderful guest. This is Maui. Make sure to follow her. Make sure to cop her book July 28th. Say it right. June 28th. Oh my God.
July 29th, y'all.
July 29th.
He gonna get it right.
God.
He gonna get it. He gonna get it.
Oh, it wasn't June?
That's July 29th. I'm gonna have to bring you a book. This gonna be the book. Best
July
book you ever
29th,
read.
she coming back and we gonna get a book. I'm gonna get a book and then she gonna bring,
book y'all read.
and I'm gonna pay for the first book too.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, I need that.
So if they haven't read the first one is about like me starting out on Instagram and stuff like.
Oh yeah, I definitely need that.
Yeah, it's about like how, like sometimes we be a little afraid posting the first video and like.
Right.
Me and Wallow, and he helped me a lot too. Like
okay.
So. The first one is, I feel like it helped a lot of people that really want to go jump out on a limb with saying.
Okay.
Because I talk about that a lot.
And that must have been like less than a year ago you wrote that.
Yeah, so last year I wrote 2 books in 6 months. But this is the thing, like
dedication,
discipline, and consistency. Like
okay.
A lot of people are not that disciplined and dedicated. Like it take a lot to.
And you publish it yourself?
Yeah, and I self-publish.
Self-publish.
Yeah, so we ain't going through no publishing companies.
Yeah, I need it. Yeah, I need a. She need to be my agent. You know
I'm
what
cracking
I mean?
up.
I need that in my life, man.
It's all about betting on yourself, though.
Yeah, I want us to understand and take away to always bet on yourself. Go follow Maui and July 29th. I got it right. Cop that book. Cheat code. It's gonna help me and it's gonna help you.
You got it right.
This is No Cap TV. This is No Cap Podcast. We out.
That's right! Flyest man alive.
You raggedy bitches.
We out. Triggers, no cap, bitch.